Morning everyone, welcome to the official YouTube channel of Officers at 24/7. My name is Amanjyot and I am here with all of you to discuss the everything about the JAIIB May June 2023 exam. So today we are going to discuss that what is the pattern, what is the criteria of the credit, how many subjects will be there, what are the new modules in the new subjects, and apart from that, what is the passing criteria, what is the exam pattern, everything we are going to discuss today. So these are the things which we are going to discuss today about your exam. All these things will be discussed in this particular session. First of all, before starting the session, do let me know, is audio video both are okay? Are we good to go? Let me know in the comment section. That is everything okay? Are we good to go? So today we are going to discuss about all these things which we have written here, that what is the criteria. Apart from that, the criteria we are going to discuss about what is the pattern, new subjects are, what are the new subjects, we are going to discuss that. Then we have a subject under revised syllabi, validity for credit past subjects, like if you have passed 1 or 2 subjects in the JAIIB in November December attempt, then what should be your next step, okay. And then the module in each subject, so how many modules are there, then exam pattern, then the credit, then time limit, and last will be the passing criteria to qualify this particular attempt, okay. So let's start the session. Before starting the session, if you have not downloaded the 24/7 application here, then do download the application, because here you will get the free content as well as you will be getting the 1% additional discount on all the products which are available on the application. Apart from that, if you have not subscribed the channel Officers at 24/7, then do subscribe the channel and press the bell icon so that all the upcoming sessions notification will be given to you. Now, next important thing is this is the offer that is valid till 12 p.m. today only, that 81% off and the double validity on the Maha packs will be available till the 12 p.m. today. If you use the code Y496, you will be getting this benefit, okay. Now let's start the session. These are the topics which we are going to discuss today regarding your JAIIB May June 2023 exam. So let's start with the first point. So these are the subjects of your JAIIB exam. These all subjects are compulsory. So till now you used to give 3 compulsory paper, but now we have a 4 compulsory paper. So you have to give 4 paper now. So first of all, if I talk about, first is our Indian economy and Indian financial system. So this is a new subject. Indian economy and Indian financial system is a new subject for all of you. And it's not like that subject is new, but the content you have already studied about it. Like when you study principles and practices of banking in the old pattern, there used to be Indian financial system as a module A. So here there is a subject that is Indian financial system and it linked the Indian economy. So it's very basic. Indian economy is nothing, just what we are seeing in the day-to-day life. That is Indian economy. So we have to cover the Indian economy architecture. If I talk about the IFS, Indian financial system, so we have to study about the financial system. Now what is financial system? It is very basic. Like whenever we talk about the financial system, it's simply a system which exchanges the funds among the people who have surplus money and the people who have deficit of money. So it maintains the supply of money in the economy. That's the financial system. Now how we are doing it? How many components of financial system are there? All these, how many markets are there? Financial product and services. Then apart from that, who are the market participants? That's all we have to cover here. The second one is principle and practices of banking. That's the old subject that was there in the old pattern also, and the PPB, principles and practices of banking, covers your all the modules which used to be there apart from marketing in Indian financial system. So the PPB subject is same as it used to be in the earlier pattern, but the first module, that was Indian financial system, has been removed, and the fourth module, that was marketing, has been removed. So marketing added in the retail banking and wealth management, and Indian financial system added as a new subject. Now, if I talk about accounting and financial management, that's also a new. You used to study in the old pattern ABM. Okay, you used to study ABM, but now you have to study the AFM. And the last one is retail banking and wealth management. That's also a new subject. That's also a new subject. Retail banking and wealth management is also a new subject, in which retail banking you have studied a little bit. Introduction of the retail banking you have covered in the principles and practices of banking. Those candidates who have already given the exam. Okay, I am talking about them. So that retail banking came from the principles and practices of banking. Also, it used to be an elective paper in the CAIIB, but now they have changed. The retail banking has been removed from the CAIIB elective paper. You have to study that in the JAIIB only. Apart from that, wealth management will be there. So these are the 4 subjects. One will be your PPB, that's an old subject, and 3 new subjects has been introduced in the JAIIB. Now let's come and talk about the what we have to study in these subjects. Like what actually PPB means, what actually Indian economy, Indian financial system means. Let's talk about that. So first you can see the first paper is Indian economy, Indian financial system. Each paper have 4 modules. Okay, each paper has 4 modules that you have to cover. So first of all, if I talk about the Indian economic architecture, the first module is the basic Indian economy. Like what is Indian economy, what is the architecture of Indian economy, that is what we have to cover here. After that, the second one is economic concepts related to banking. All the basic concepts of economics that is related to the banking that you have to cover here. Then we have a Indian financial architecture, the financial system architecture, like what are the components, what are the structure of financial system in India, how they exchange the funds among the people who have surplus money or the people who have deficit of money, that we have to cover here. And next one is financial product and services. In the financial product and services, we have to cover simply we can say what are the financial product and services can be used in the exchange of funds. Like we know CASA, RAFA is there, we know mutual funds, shares, bonds, debentures are there. These all are the financial product and services. So that we have to cover in the module D. If I talk about paper 2, that is principles and practices of banking. So first you have to cover the general banking operation. What are the basic operations of a bank? The general banking operations you have to cover here. After that, the second will be lending operations of bank, like we used to study the principles of lending. What kind of principles of lending bank is using, or what are the fair practice codes bank is using. As we know, BC SBI is not there. So, BC SBI dissolution started from the November 2021. Okay. So, now how it is working, what principles, how bank is making its, bank is performing its operations related to the lending, that we have to cover. Then have a banking technology, that what softwares bank is using, what technology bank is using, what is Infinet, what is SFMS, what is local area network, what is wide area network, what is banknet, NICnet, everything we have to cover according to the banking technology, like what technology bank is following while performing the services. Then we have ethics in banks and financial institution. Like when we talk about ethics, ethics is nothing, just simply we can say ethics is a study of a mankind. Like when you are studying a person, like what behavior of a person is there, what morals, what principles he is following, how he let know himself or herself that what is right or what is wrong. So when you are studying a person and then understanding that what is the behavior of a person, that is the ethics. Okay. Now when it comes to the ethics in banks and financial institution, it means we are talking about the business ethics. Now what is business ethics? Business ethics simply again a systematic study regarding the workplace where you are working. Like if you are talking about the bank, so what is the systematic study of that particular bank, that particular financial institution's workplace will be known as business ethics. So what kind of code of conduct you should follow, what rules you should follow while performing the transaction, while providing services to the customer from the side of the bank, that you have to cover under the ethics in banks and financial institution. Now next, if I talk about paper 3, that is accounting and financial management for bankers. So first of all, accounting principles and processes, that's the basic. You should know what process and what principles accounting use, that you have to cover. Then financial statement and core banking system you have to cover. The certain types of statement which banks has to maintain while they are maintaining their balance sheet. So what different types of financial statements are there. After that, you have to cover the core banking system. Then we have a financial management. Now we know financial management simply means management of finance. Okay, we can say now, like financial management means management of finance. So how bank is managing its finance? Because every business, every organization needs a finance to start or to work or to continue their working. Okay. So working capital is required. What is net working capital? What is gross working capital? What are the sources of finance from which the bank is collecting money? Like there are unlimited sources of finance from where we can raise capital from the market. But what source should be suitable as per your business? What source should be suitable as per your earning? So that will you have to cover in the financial management. Now next will be the taxation and fundamentals of costing, that you have to cover. Now the fourth paper is retail banking and wealth management. So retail banking is nothing. First of all, just you have to cover the introduction of retail banking. It's a what services you are providing to your customer, that's a retail banking. So whatever services you are providing to your customer, to the individual customer, not the businesses, not the entities, to the individual customers, that will be counted as the introduction of retail banking, or that is a retail banking actually. When you are providing account services, deposit services, withdrawal services, loan services, safe locker facility services, all these types of services when you are providing to your individual customer, that is known as what? Your Retail banking. Now, next, retail products and recovery. Now, what is retail products and recovery? So, when we talk about retail products and recovery, this is simply what types of product you are providing. That's I have given you the example: deposit, withdrawal, lending, safe deposit facility, etc. So, what are these products and how you will be capable or of recovering the funds from the individual customer, that you have to cover. Then support services, marketing of banking services products. So this marketing used to be a part of the principles and practices of banking. It used to have a 5 modules, out of which 4th module was used to talk about the marketing. But now the marketing products and services you have to cover under the paper 4, that is the retail banking and wealth management. Now the last one will be wealth management, and wealth management is simply management of wealth. What is wealth management? Management of wealth. So how bank and financial institution helping you to manage your wealth, or what functions they have to perform, what principles they are following, okay, what operations they are performing while managing the wealth of their customers. That is what you have to cover in the wealth management, but in detail, okay, in description. So you can see there are 4 subjects in the JAIIB exam, and all the 4 subjects have, each subject have 4 modules. So when there are 4 modules, it means you can understand by yourself also. The syllabus is very vast. Okay, the syllabus of the JAIIB or as well as CAIIB with the new pattern, the syllabus is very vast. That's why you have to start early. So that's why we again and again saying the same thing, start early your preparation, because when the syllabus is vast, so you need a certain months to cover the syllabus only. To read the syllabus once only, you need 2 to 3 months, right? But you need a revision also, na? Because the subjects are theoretical subjects. So when you cover the syllabus was for the first time, you need 2 to 3 months to understand the conceptual clarity of the all the topics, and then you need a certain period of time to revise the concept also. For the revision purpose, what you have to do, you have to make sure you have performing a certain period of time in which you are regularly revising the concept. So when you start early, you will have a proper time to revise, you will have a proper time to practice. But if you start a little bit late, like when the notification came or when the dates actually came, so in that situation, there will be a lot of pressure in the mind about the paper. That pattern has been changed, negative marking is there, 4 subjects are there, syllabus is very vast. How to complete it? How to make sure that you will be capable of doing everything and you are qualifying the exam in the first attempt. So that pressure will not be able, in that particular pressure, you will not be able to properly understand the conceptual clarity. You will be in the hurry to complete the syllabus, that we read all the modules, all the subjects easily. So you will be thinking about it, completing the syllabus at that time. But now when there is a negative marking, the more focus should be on conceptual clarity, not just completing the chapter. So conceptual clarity is very much important. That's why you need 2 to 3 months for the first time to understand the concept. Then regular revision is must, okay, and the practice is must. So that's why we are saying that start early as soon as you can, so that you will be capable of qualifying the paper in the first attempt. Okay, now let's talk about what is the examination pattern, because there is a change in the examination pattern, and the major change is this: 25% negative marking is there in the paper. Okay, that's the negative change. That's the pattern change. So there will be a MCQ pattern. 100 questions will be there. 120 minutes will be given to you. But everything is same. Like number of questions, your time limits is same. But the difference is your negative marking. So there will be a negative marking. For that purpose, you have to practice as much as you can. Because when there is a negative marking, you don't have to solve all the questions. You just have to go with those questions which you actually confirm about it, that this is right, this option is right, or this question is right, this answer I am attempting is right. So this is what the 25% negative marking will be there. And the questions, you know, there are some questions, used to be some questions of 0.5, 1 mark and a 2 mark. But till now the IIBF has not cleared about it, like what type of questions will be there. There will be a MCQ pattern, but they have not said that what marks will be allotted to how many number of questions. So we can't say right now about that, but yes, there will be a 25% negative mark for each question you have answered wrong. So this is the change in the pattern. Okay, now next is credit for subjects. Like if you guys have given the JAIIB exam in November, December attempts, so those who have qualified, congratulations to all of you. But those who have not able to qualify 1 or 2 subjects, what credits will be available to you? Let's check. So first of all, the credits will be in the JAIIB of 2 subjects, that is Principles and Practices of Banking and AFB. So the PPB will be included in the PPB subject, AFB will be included in the AFM subject. But if you have not qualified the LRB subject, then what? You have to give Indian economy and Indian financial system, and if and the other one is retail banking and wealth management, because these are the two new subjects, that is retail banking, wealth management, and your Indian economy, Indian financial system. This is what you have to give. And if you have qualified all the three papers, then that's it, you have to go for the CAIIB exam. If you have not qualified the PPB, then you have to give the PPB as well as the new subjects that has been added. Okay, and same with the AFB. Like if you have not qualified the AFB, then you have to give the AFM as well as the new subjects which has been added. Okay, so this is the credits available in the revised syllabi for the JAIIB exam. Now if I talk about the time limit, so they have given the attempts 5 and 3 years duration. Like 3 years duration, there are 6 attempts you can give. Out of that, 5 attempts is allowed. Like within 3 years period of 5 attempts, whichever is earlier, that is the duration that has been given to you to qualify the paper. If you are not able to qualify the paper within the 3 years duration or 5 attempt, then what you have to do, you have to re-enroll yourself, and no credit will be available in re-enrollment. So you can see the candidate can be given 5 attempts for completion of each exam, JAIIB, DBF, SOB, CAIIB, but within a maximum period of 3 years. Whichever is earlier is also written here. Make sure you understand that. Like either 5 attempts or either 3 years, whatever is earlier, according to that duration will be given to you. Now next thing is candidate unable to pass the examination within the maximum stipulated time period of 3 years or 5 attempts, whichever is earlier, they have to require to re-enroll themselves. Okay, and those candidates will not be granted the credit for the subjects they have passed. So if you have passed 1 or 2 subjects, no credit will be available if you have not able to qualify within 3 years or 5 attempts. Now next is time limit of 3 years or 5 attempts, whichever is earlier will start from the date of the registration for the first attempt. So attempt will be counted when she applies for the exam, irrespective of whether the candidate appears for the examination or not. So when you applied for the exam, from then your attempts will be counted. It doesn't matter you went for to give the exam or not, but the attempt will be counted there. Okay, do remember that. So this is the credit facility, or the time limit for passing the revised syllabi they have given. Now apart from that, the rules mentioned above imply that normally a candidate will be eligible to apply for any 5 examination out of the 6 examination being conducted within the stipulated period of time of 3 years. Now, if candidate avails all 5 attempts before completion of 3 years, she will be required to re-enroll themselves afresh. Similarly, if a candidate does not avail 5 attempts, but the 3 years period has been completed, then they have to re-enroll. So that is what I have told you. Either 3 years or either 5 attempts, whichever is earlier. If you have qualified the paper, that's very good, well and good. And if you haven't, then you have to re-enroll yourself and you have to give from the start. No credits will be available. Okay, next. Validity of credit for subjects passed under the present syllabi. Like what is the validity for the credit available in the present syllabi, in the new syllabi? Now, first of all, the validity of credits will be linked to the time limit rule under the revised syllabus, that is 3 years and 5 attempts. According to that, they will decide the validity of credit. Now, what is it? So, to amplify in case of candidate has availed exhausted 3 attempts under the present syllabus, she will now get 2 more attempts to pass the JAIIB or whatever exam you are giving under the revised syllabi. Okay, so for such of the candidates who are under the present syllabi but will be availing credits under the revised syllabi for the subjects concerned, the time limit prescribed for 3 years under the revised syllabi will be counted from the date of registration for the first attempt under the present syllabi. So there are 2 conditions they have given here. The first condition is that if you have given 2 attempts, the 3 attempts you can give in the present syllabi, in the new syllabi, and if you have given only 2, then in the future you can give the 3 more attempts, okay, in the new syllabi. But one more thing is there, like if you are not getting credit for any particular subjects, then this is the exam attempts you will be getting. Now, if you are having a candidate, having a credit for a particular revised, for a particular subjects in the new, in the current pattern, or it means in the old pattern, and when you go to the new pattern, then they have said for the credits category, for those candidates who are in the credit categories, what they will get, their first attempt will be counted. From their first attempt, the 5 attempts or 3 years duration will be counted. Agar if that has been completed, your credit will not be there. Okay, you have to give all the subjects. That's what they have said in the second para. Okay, so this is the validity of credit for subjects which has been passed under the present syllabi. They have told you. Now, what is the passing criteria? What is the passing criteria for the JAIIB exam? So first of all, minimum marks for pass in each subject will be 50 out of 100. So out of 100, you should have a 50 marks to get the exemption of that particular subject. Okay, so that is what 50 marks is required. But if you want to qualify the subject, qualify the JAIIB in single attempt, what you have to do, you should have minimum at least 45 marks in each subject and the total aggregate of with the 50% marks. It means, what does it mean? Let's say, for example, there are 4 subjects. There is PPB, there is Indian economy and Indian financial system, there is AFM, and there is retail banking, wealth management. These are the 4 subjects, right? In these subjects, let's say you got 45 in PPB, 55 in Indian economy or what? AFM, you got 65. Let's say in retail banking, wealth management, you got 50. And the overall of your is 55%. The overall score you have done out of the total score, that is 55%. It means you have qualified the paper in both the conditions. You have fulfilled the 45 each subject and also the overall. But let's say in the PPB, you got 55. In AFM, you got 30. In Indian economy and Indian financial system, you got 44. And in the retail banking, wealth management, you got, let's say, 50. And the overall score, let's say, for example, is around 50%. So you have completed the overall score condition, but here in 2 subjects, you have less than 44. So what happened? You have not qualified the JAIIB. You just qualified the PPB and retail banking subject, and the other 2 subjects you have to give again. So there are 2 conditions. First condition, minimum 45 and overall 50% score. And the second one is, if you are giving individual subject, you want to exempt in that particular subject, then 50 out of 100 is important. So this is the passing criteria under the revised syllabi they have given. So we have discussed everything regarding the subjects, that is we have discussed here. First we have discussed about what is the revised syllabi, then we have discussed the subjects, then we have discussed the module, we have discussed validity for credit pass subjects, exam pattern is what, credit pass subjects is what, then time limit for passing exam, and then the passing criteria. So we have completed all these things, and these are very important for all of you to understand, because before starting the preparation, you should know your exam. I have told you 2 things are very important: know your exam, know your syllabus. If you do so, then you will be capable of answering the questions, and you will know that what and how you have to start your preparation. Okay, so this is what we have discussed. Apart from that, this is the offer for all of you that is valid for today only till the 12 p.m. because the offer is going on from so many duration days. Now till 12 p.m. this offer will be available. What you got here, the JAIIB individual English medium and bilingual batches are starting from 16th of December. You can check here. And if you want to enroll here, you will get 81% discount if you use the code Y496, right? Apart from that, JAIIB, CAIIB, Mahapacks are also available, and these Mahapacks are getting the 81% discount as well as the double validity. So both offers are available on the Mahapacks. But now, as you guys are going to prepare for the JAIIB exam, so I would suggest you, apart from going for the individual batch, what you can do, you can go for the double validity of the JAIIB and CAIIB Mahapack. Why? What are the benefits of this? In the, see, if we compare in the live batch, that is going to start from 16th of December, you will be getting the conceptual classes. You will be getting the conceptual classes, that's it. And the certain practice questions will be there, topic-wise, that the mentors are going to conduct in the exam, in the class. If you go with the Mahapack, and that will be a Mahapack of JAIIB and CAIIB. What benefit will be there? Live classes will be there, but the live classes of multiple types. Like you will get conceptual classes, you will get conceptual classes, you will get MCQ classes, you will get case study classes, you will get the revision classes. Okay, that is what you can get here. If you check the 2022 pattern of the Adda 24/7 batches for the JIB and CIB, you will find it that there was conceptual classes were there, MCQ batches were there, case study batches, revision batches will be there. So all these things which is required to prepare for your exam. Apart from that, you will get the e-books that you can read by yourself online. Then you will get the test series about all the subjects, the individual test series, and also all the 4 combined test series will be available of all subjects. So these will be available in the Mahapack, and on the Mahapack you will get the double validity plus the 81% off also. So if you use the code Y496, you will be getting this benefit on here, and here you will only get the 81% discount. So this batch will be valid for 6 months, 9 months, but the validity of the JIB Mahapack will be 2 years. That will be available for the 2 years, and that will be based on the new syllabi, and it will cover all these things for JIB as well as CIB. So by enrolling in single product, by paying a very less amount of money, you will be enrolling in both the subjects. Both the exams, and all the things which is required to prepare will be available here in the JIB and CIB Mahapack that I was telling you. So this is the particular product where 12 plus 12 month validity will be available for you. Okay, and that's a cost effective analysis. If you do the analysis of the cost benefit, you will find that the Mahapack will be better for you. How? Let's check that. First of all, how to enroll in the Mahapack or individual batch. Just go on the Adda 24/7 application or the website. If you go to the application, 1% additional discount will be there. So what you have to do, you have to click on the JIB and CIB section. Click here. If you want to go for the individual batch, JIB 23 is available here. If you want to go with the Mahapack, click on the Mahapack. When you click on the Mahapack, this is the products which is available right now. Okay, so you can click on the JIB, CIB ka Mahapack. The price it's showing 50,999, but that's not what you have to pay. So you can check here present, and the new syllabi will be available. Ebooks test series will be available. These are the subjects, these are the modules which will be included for the JIB. Similarly, the CIB will be included. This is the CIB, and the elective paper. What are the elective paper? Whatever you choose, will be there. And this is this is about the mentors who are going to take your classes and all. So how to enroll? Just click on the buy now, and click here to enter the coupon code, that is Y496, and click on the enter. So when you click on enter, you will see that 80% off it's showing on, and from up to 24/7 you will be getting the 1% additional discount. So by using the code Y496, you will get the 81% discount from the application, and by paying only 10,000 rupees, around 10,000 rupees, you will be getting the validity of 2 years and all the benefits which I have told you. So this will be the cost benefit for all of you. Like you have investing a less amount of money, but you are getting the more benefit out of it. So how to enroll? This is the process to enroll. Now click on the continue. You will be capable of getting the offer, and this offer is valid till 12 noon today only. Okay, so do not forget, if you are thinking for applying for the JIB exam and the CIB exam for the next attempt, then you can go for it. If you want to enroll in individual batch, that you can do. I have told you that from 16th of December the individual batch is going to start, but do a cost benefit analysis first. Which particular batch or which particular investment of yours is going to give you the cost benefit analysis, and if you do so, you will find out that the Mahapack is very beneficial for all of you. Okay, so we have discussed everything. Still, if you have any doubts in your mind regarding the JIB exam or CIB exam or any pattern related questions, you can ask in the comment section. We'll be checking your comments and answering your queries there. Okay, so let's end the session here. Thank you all for joining the session, and have a very good day. Thank you all.